Over the years, Wizard101 has seen great updates that keep players entertained and playing the game. I started playing the game in 2009 when I was 10, and ever since, I have returned to Wizard101 repeatedly with some breaks here and there, since I have grown up, and I'm not just the 10-year-old I used to be. I returned to the game a little over a month ago after 6 months off, and I asked myself, what brings me back over and over? So today, I am going to share some of the things that keep me coming back. Starting, we have the community. Wizard101 has an engaging community. If you ask someone a question, or even just starting a conversation with someone in-game or on their public Discord channel, you most likely will get a friendly reply. This also goes with needing help. In some games, if you are stuck in an area, you may have to wait a decent amount of time for someone to help you. In Wizard101, you can use the Team Up feature, or even ask someone in the Discord for help, and there are tons of people who like to help others. You can train pets, do dungeons, or even arena player versus player with your friends easily. The second point for why this game keeps luring me back is the game is always being updated. After 16 years of service, KingsIsle has continued to release update after update for Wizard101. They realize their player base has shifted from a younger demographic into an older demographic, with a majority of the players being 20 years old and up. KingsIsle realizing this has made bosses and new worlds more difficult, including raids which took players months to complete when they first released. This gives a good challenge, and I personally don't like it. When a game is super easy, I like a good challenge. Sometimes fizzling at a boss with 10 GP left is fun, and you and your friends have a good laugh. Point 3. Variety. Wizard101 has a great variety of what you can do in-game. This variety begins as soon as you create your account. You can select which school you want to begin with. These schools have different skill sets and spells to use, which can change the playstyle you use to complete the worlds. If you are the kind of player that likes to support others and not do all the damage, you can choose the Life School for healing, or even the Balance School to blade and trap enemies for your teammates. If you are the kind of player that likes to one-shot stuff and do a lot of damage, you could choose Storm, which has low health but hits hard and can do tons of damage to get your team through a dungeon, or you can choose Fire, which has a bit more health but more damage over time spells and a bit less damage than Storm. The tanky, beefy member of the team would either choose Ice for tons of resist and health to tank tons of hits from bosses and minions in dungeons, or you can even choose the Death School that has decent health points, decent damage, and the Death School has tons of spells that have lifesteal, which is healing 50% of the damage you do with that spell. Another way the game has a variety is which objective you are trying to complete in the game. Some players are completionists who want to finish something completely. You can do that in Wizard101. You can do the main quests and the side quests, which add new worlds each year so you can keep completing new quests and see new lore throughout the dialogue in-game. Each world usually has over 100 to 150 quests for the main quest line, and for side quests, that adds to even more you have to do in each world if you want to complete it all. If you are someone who just wants to get max level so you can do all the content in the game easier, you can just do main quests and level up fast, and go through the worlds at your own speed. The quests aren't the only thing you can collect either. There are tons of pets in the game, as well as titles that you get from doing certain things around the wizarding world. The last point I have for this video is a big factor in why a lot of games fail or succeed, and this is how hard they push you to purchase things from their store. In Wizard101, I never felt like I had to purchase something to get farther in the game, or do something in the game besides the membership fee each month, of course. KingsIsle doesn't throw ads on your screen, or have pop-ups that tell you about deals they have. When you log in, There are new things they have added to the game which sometimes are buyable, but you aren't obligated to click on them, and most people will load through the launcher really fast and barely notice them anyway. This is huge because, as we all know, there are games, for example on mobile, that will have ads pop up every few clicks or after a certain amount of time. This gets really annoying and makes it really hard to just dive into the game and lose track of time, which a lot of players like to do when they play video games. Saying that, yes, of course, buying and opening packs with crowns would speed up your progress. For example, getting a lore spell without grinding Lore Master, or quests for spell mints to get it, as well as gear matching your level. This is okay because without people buying some things, the game wouldn't be able to run. They have employees and have to pay for servers. It doesn't feel forced or needed, which is good for the game. The buyable items in Wizard 101 aren't usually game-breaking. A lot of the items that people buy in Wizard 101 are cosmetics, which don't affect how much damage you do, just how you look. Sometimes people also will get some energy potions so they can keep training pets, gardening, or fish in the game without leveling up or waiting for their energy to refill. This doesn't affect how others play or their experience, which is really nice to see. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and leave a like. Comment what you like about Wizard 101, or if you don't like the game, tell me why.